What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Film Chronicles. In today's video, I'm going to be doing another trailer breakdown for you guys. We did get an official trailer for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings from Marvel, so we're definitely going to have to talk about this. But before we do that, as always, remember to smash that like button, and if you guys are new to this channel and you guys are digging the content, consider subscribing. Click that subscribe button and then turn on those notification bells so that way you guys get every new notification for every new video that comes out. With that out of the way, let's get right into the spoiler breakdown. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings will be directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, and it's going to be the second film in Marvel's Phase 4 after Black Widow, which comes out this July. So this film comes out in September, I believe 3rd, 2021. So I'm very excited for this film because I think it's going to be the more launching point of Phase 4, because Black Widow is more of a prequel, kind of filling in bits and pieces of gaps, and I'm assuming it's going to set up some future storylines that we'll see with these other films. But I feel like Shang-Chi really is going to be the launch of Phase 4, so I'm excited for that. I'm also excited to see Simu Liu as Shang-Chi himself. I think that's a great casting, and he does a lot of his own work on screen, so no need for stunt doubles, and the fighting choreography looks really refreshing to see. Less jarring action scenes and quick cuts and quick edits, more wide shots, and showcasing the actual skills that it takes to do this stuff. So shout out to the choreographers, because it looks really well done. And also just the rest of the cast, it's going to be cool to see. There's Awkwafina coming into the film as Shang-Chi's close friend, and I think we'll have a bigger part than it seems, but I mean, that's just speculation at this point. We also have Tony Leung as Wenwu, or also known as the Mandarin himself, and that's going to be an interesting role to see, because that is Shang-Chi's father, and the trailer doesn't shy away from telling you this, and it doesn't try to keep it a big secret, because it is a part of the story, and it is a part of the actual plot. So it's going to be cool to see him bring the actual Mandarin to life, because we did see kind of a cop-out in Iron Man 3, so it'll be cool to see the real version this time around. And we also have Michelle Yeoh as another character, Jiang Nan. She was in Guardians of the Galaxy, but that was more of a cameo, so this is a full fleshed out role in this movie. And then there's a couple other cast members that are going to be joining, such as Florian Montanu as Razor Fist. So that's going to be a cool character to see, because he literally has, it's a sword more than a razor, so I don't know why the name is Razor Fist. Just for the record, the Mandarin looks amazing. I think Tony Leung is really bringing his A game with this character, and it's pretty cool to see the rings more as around the wrist rather than the fingers. Notably, in the comic books, they are 10 rings around all 10 fingers, so that's kind of what it is versus how he's using it here. But nonetheless, it still looks pretty badass on screen, and I'm excited to see what they give the explanation for, because it doesn't exactly have to be as the comics, so it shouldn't matter all that much in terms of what they're changing up for the movie. But you guys should note that it just looks great, and I think it's going to be exciting to see more of the fight scenes with the Mandarin and how he utilizes his skill set. So keep on the lookout for that. And also the dynamic between Shang-Chi and his father, and wanting to get away from that life, but his father still having love for Shang-Chi. I think that's going to be a really cool dynamic to see on the screen itself. Another reason why I'm really excited to see that is because it would likely make his character one of those you just love to hate. No matter how crazy they might be or how far they might go in the movie or in the TV series that you're watching, it just becomes someone that you just love to hate no matter what they do. So I think that'll be interesting to see, because I hope that Marvel doesn't really start killing off their villains like they did. I hope they kind of learn from that slight issue that they had with not utilizing the villains to their full potential, because they can be long-standing villains and appear throughout different properties within the cinematic universe, such as the Marvel Cinematic Universe like we're talking about now. So I do hope they keep the Mandarin around for a long time. I feel like the actor too is someone that you just don't bring in to this Marvel Cinematic Universe and kind of waste on one movie, but I could be wrong, because they have proven that before with other films that I won't really get into now. Picking up from that, I can also say that Simu Liu as Shang-Chi is going to be a really special thing to see on screen, as this will likely be a forefront character for the next Avengers lineup that we may see down the road in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I'm excited to see him on screen. I think he's a great actor. I've watched little clips and stuff from his role in Kim's Convenience, and I think he has great comedic timing and great charm and personality, so it'll be cool to see him as Shang-Chi. That's a great character, and he's perfect casting, and he wanted the role himself. And I also like seeing the impact on Shang-Chi's life with the reveal that his father is the Mandarin, since having to be kind of in hiding and keep on the low, and something obviously traumatic happened with his mother. We see lots of flashbacks to this, and it's kind of alluded to that maybe perhaps it was even his own father that ended up taking her out, or for whatever reason that might be. But to see the dynamic again, like I said earlier, between the father and son is going to be interesting, because it's a love-hate relationship where, you know, he obviously loves his own father and vice versa, loves his own son, but it's almost going to be more complex than, say, Star-Lord and his relationship with Ego, until, you know, the reveal happens, whereas the reveal has already happened and it's kind of been, you know, known that his father really is a really vile piece of crap. The cinematography looks great. Again, the choreography looks great. I'm excited to see these fight scenes unfold in front of us and see more of this kung fu influence, you know, injected into our veins, and have Shang-Chi at the forefront here. And it's very much like a Bruce Lee character with more superpowers than he already possibly had, because there's no way Bruce Lee was human or even didn't have any powers. That dude is insane. But just imagine that, but in Marvel format and times 10. This is what Shang-Chi essentially is. So it's going to be really cool to see this. And I feel like it hasn't been spoken about enough as far as like other breakdowns that I've seen, but it'll be cool to see exactly how Shang-Chi expands the universe, since this is going to be number 2 of the slots in phase 4. So considering that, there's going to have to be, you know, more of a general understanding of what's going on worldwide, because this starts off in San Francisco with Shang-Chi, where he is, and then it's going to have flashbacks to where he was with his father, and so on and so forth, and then he'll eventually have to return back to that location. But being in San Francisco, that was a focal point of sorts in the Avengers and most of the Ant-Man movies too. So that's going to have some connection and also some information as far as what's going on in the rest of the Marvel universe. And we do get a tease of that with this last money shot of the trailer, where we see Wong versus the Abomination, and this time the Abomination has his iconic fin ears, and his spikes are way longer than what they were in the Incredible Hulk. So we do get that little bit, and it's a nice tease for what we can possibly see in the rest of this film as far as cameos and such. So there's definitely a lot of reasons to be excited for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and this little end bit is just the cherry on top of everything that you could possibly be excited for. And I hope you guys enjoyed some of the things that I listed here, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on what you got from the trailer and what you think might be coming down the line for Shang-Chi and also the rest of phase 4 from, you know, just this trailer alone. It'll be cool to discuss that with you guys in the comments, so make sure you guys do that below. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this trailer breakdown. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.